Hello friends, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm actually going to present you a video on Kerala Assembly elections. So the Kerala Assembly elections 2021 is due on 6th of April and the counting is due on next first week of May. So actually, I will be actually giving an overview of the main parties in these elections. What are the important dates for filing nominations and the counting of votes, like that. I will also explain the different results of various parties in the previous elections, and I will also decide what is the community factor that was actually present, how much percentage each community actually gave to the different fronts in the last few elections. So let us start the video. So the dates of the Kerala Assembly elections have already been announced. The date of polling is next week, that is 6th of April, next week, that is next coming Tuesday. The date of counting is 2nd of May 2021, and Kerala has a total assembly seats of 140 seats spread over 14 districts. 71 seats is the number required for simple majority for the front. So regarding the important dates, the date of issued gazette notification was 12th of March. Already completed. Last date of filing nomination was 19th of March. Scrutiny of nominations was completed on 20th of March, and the last date of withdrawal candidature was on 22nd March. Date of polling is 6th April, and date of counting is 2nd May. And there are three major fronts in the Kerala Assembly elections. One is the Left Democratic Front, that is the current government. It is led by the CPIM, CCI, and the Kerala Congress Mani and other smaller parties. The Kerala Congress Mani is a new entrant LDF. They were actually with the UDF in the last elections. Then we have the United Democratic Front led by International Congress, Indian Union Muslim League, and other smaller parties. And the third is the National Democratic Alliance, which includes the BJP, which is actually ruling the center, and BJDS and other smaller parties. So let us give a background of Kerala Assembly elections 2021. So the tenure of members of the 14th Legislative Assembly in the state will end on 1st June 2021. That is 14th Legislative Assembly. So in the previous election 2016, Left Democratic Front won the election, bagging 91 seats. They defeated the Indian Democratic Front, which got only 47 seats, which is led by the International Congress. The BJP won 1 seat, and the remaining seat was won by independent PC George, who won the Poonar seat, and he actually later formed the Kerala Janapaksham Secular Party. The Jose faction under Kerala Congress Mani group was actually suspended from the UDF last year, and for internal group activities due to the differences with Kerala Congress Joseph faction, and they actually later joined the LDF. And another major change occurred after 2016 was the entry of Loktantrik Janata Dal and Indian National League into the LDF. On February of this year, Mani Sikap, the sitting MLA of Pala constituency, moved to the UDF front after the LDF denied him the Pala constituency in the election. This resulted in NCP, there is a parent party, expelling him from the party because some constituents, some MLAs were actually part of LDF front. So the NCP actually expelled him, Mani Sikapan, from the party, and he formed a new political party named Nationalist Congress Kerala (NCK). On 17th March, PC Thomas announced as the party Kerala Congress Thomas has merged with the Joseph faction of Kerala Congress to form a new party, with him being as a deputy chairman. The Left Democratic Front, let's see what are the main fronts and parties in these elections. One is the Left Democratic Front. They are actually an alliance of left-wing political parties. The coalition consists of CPIM, CPI, and several small parties. Kerala Congress Mani group is which was a part of UDF earlier, is now part of the LDF. And they are actually, the party is actually led by leader A. Vijay Raghavan. They are actually contesting in 86 seats out, and which includes 74 male and 12 female. The Communist Party of India is the second largest constituent. They actually are led by the leader Kanam Rajendran. They are actually contesting 25 seats with 23 male and 2 female. Then they have the Kerala Congress Mani led by Jose K. Mani, who have been allotted the two leaf symbol. They are contesting 12 seats with 11 male and 1 female. Then they have General Secular led by Matthew Thomas. They are actually contesting in 4 seats, all male. The Nationalist Congress Party led by T.P. Pidambaran, who is actually they are contesting 3 seats, all male. Loktantrik Janata Dal led by Shreyans Kumar. They are contesting 3 seats, all male. Then we have Indian National League of APJ Abdul Wahab. They are contesting 3 seats, all male. Then we have Congress Secular by Kadamapalli Ramachandran, actually contesting in 1 seat with 1 male. And Kerala Congress B of R. Balakrishna Pillai, they are actually contesting in a single seat in Pathanavaram. That is one male. Then they have Janadipati Kerala Congress. Is KC Joseph. They are actually contesting one seat, that too male. So they are actually contesting all the 140 seats, with includes 125 male and 15 female. So in the February 2021 they released a campaign slogan for elections, which is Orappan LDF, which translates into which actually a Malayalam word translates into meaning LDF for sure. The manifesto released on 19 March 2021. Actually, the second major front is United Democratic Front. It is an alliance of centrist to center-left political parties in the state. The coalition consists of Indian National Congress, Indian Union Muslim League, Kerala Congress, Joseph faction, RSP and other smaller parties. The Indian National Congress is actually led by the leader Mullapalli Ramachandran, contesting 93 seats with 83 male and 10 female. The second major constituency is Indian Union Muslim League, led by leader Syed Haider Ali Shihab Thangal. They are actually contesting 27 seats, 26 male and 1 female. Kerala Congress, PJ Joseph, they are actually contesting 10 seats with 10 male. And they have Revolutionary Socialist Party of AA Aziz. They are actually contesting in 5 seats, all male. National Congress Kerala of Mani C. Kappan, they are actually contesting 2 seats, all male. Then we have Kerala Congress Jacob, leader is Anup Jacob, they are actually contesting 1 seat. And the Communist Marxist Party of the new entrant in the front, actually led by the leader CP John, they are contesting 1 seat, that is Padagara. Then we have Revolutionary Marxist Party of India, led by Venu, who is actually they are actually contesting 1 seat. And altogether they are actually contesting in 140 seats, with includes 128 male and 12 female. They actually released their campaign slogan Nadu Nannagan UDF, which translates in Malayalam, is a Malayalam word, which roughly translates the meaning that UDF for Kerala's advancement. So the third major front is National Democratic Alliance. It is an alliance of centrist to right-wing parties in the state. It consists of coalition consists of BJP, BJDS, and other smaller parties. The BJP is actually led by the leader K. Surendran, is contesting in 113 seats with 98 male and 15 female. Then the second largest constituent is Bharat Dharma Jana Sena, that is led by leader Tushar Vellapudi. They are actually contesting in 21 seats with 70 male and 4 female. Then we have All India Anna Dravida Muneta Kadagam, that is led by Shobha Kumar. Actually, they are contesting in 2 seats, one male and 1 female. And Kerala Kamaraj Congress, who led by Vishnupuram Chandrasekharan, they are actually contesting 1 seat. And we have Janadipati Rashtriya Sabha, that is led by leader Seki Janu, they are actually contesting 1 seat, 1 female. So altogether they are actually contesting 138 seats with 117 male and 21 female. So they actually realized a campaign slogan Pudhiya Keralam Modi Keppam. That's a Malayalam word that actually translates to New Kerala with Modi. Let us see what are the total number of seats district wise. Altogether there are 140 seats. The Kasaragod district has 5 seats, Kannur has 11 seats, Wayanad has 3 seats, Kozhikode has 13 seats, Malappuram has 16 seats, Palakkad has 12 seats, Thrissur has 13 seats, Ernakulam has 14 seats, Idukki has 5 seats, Kottayam has 9 seats, Alappuzha district has 9 seats, Pathanamthitta has 5 seats, Kollam district has 11 seats, Tirunelveli has 14 seats. So some of the districts like Kannur, Kozhikode, Thrissur, Palakkad, Kottayam, Pathanamthitta are one of some of the factors that will actually decide which front will actually win the elections in 2021. So let us see the performance of different fronts in the Kerala Assembly elections 2016, that is 5 years back. So LDF has won the highest number of seats of 91 seats, that was 23 higher as compared to previous elections. UDF won only 47 seats, that is 25 lower than the previous elections. So CPIM won 58 seats, CPI got 19 seats, General Secular got 3 seats, NCP got 2 seats, Independent got 5 seats, then a lot of other parties got 1 seat, Kerala Congress Balakrishna got 1 seat, then CMP got 1 seat. For UDF, International Congress got 22 seats, Indian Muslim League got 18 seats, Kerala Congress Mani Group got 6 seats, Kerala Congress Joseph got 1 seat, and for NDA they got only 1 seat, that is they won in Nemam. Then the other seat was won by Independent PC George, who won in Punyar. Altogether, the vote share, regarding the vote share, LDF got 43.48% of votes, UDF got 38.81% of votes, and NDA got 14.96% of votes. That includes the vote share of BJDS also, and others got 2.75% of the total votes. So let us see the district-wise performance of the different fronts in the Kerala Assembly election 2016. For Kasaragod, actually UDF won 2 out of 5 seats and the LDF won 3 seats. Kannur, LDF won 8 out of 11 seats and UDF winning 3. In Wayanad, UDF won 1 seat out of 3 and LDF winning the balance 2. In Kozhikode, LDF won 11 out of 13 seats and the UDF won only 2 seats. In Malappuram, it was UDF that actually got the better of LDF. They actually won 12 out of 16 seats and LDF got only 4 seats. In Palakkad, actually it was again the LDF which won 9 out of 12 seats and UDF winning only 3. In Thrissur also it was LDF which winning a handsome 12 out of 13 seats, UDF winning only 1 seat. In Ernakulam it was UDF which was better. They actually won 9 out of 14 seats and LDF winning the balance 5 seats. Idukki it was more or less neck to neck with the UDF winning 2 seats and the LDF winning 3 seats. In Kottayam it was UDF it was better. They actually won 6 out of 9 seats with LDF winning 2 seats and one seat was won by PC George in Punyar. Then in Alappuzha, out of 9 seats LDF won 8 out of 9 seats and UDF winning 1 seat. And in Pathanamthitta also LDF was better. They actually won 4 out of 5 seats, UDF winning only 1 seat. And Kollam also they made a clean sweep. They won 11 out of 11. LDF won 11 out of 11 seats. And Tirunelveli also the LDF was better. They actually won 9 out of 14 seats with 4 seats going to UDF and 1 seat for the BJP, who won Nemam for the first time in their history. Let us see how the different communities have voted in the elections, assembly elections in the last 2-3 terms. So this is based on the data that is provided by and the analysis by CSD survey and it's published in Indian Express. So as per the survey that Nayar community actually 38% of Nayar community voted for UDF in 2006. It improved to 43% in 2011. It dropped to 20% in 2016. Whereas for LDF it is more or less flat. In 2016 it was 45%, 2011 44%, in 2016 it was 45%. NDA was able to increase the Nayar community vote share. It was just 11% in 2006 and 11 it improved to 33%. So you can see that the vote share of the Nayar community has moved from the UDF to the NDA from 2011 to 16. If you compare the Yerba votes, is more or less same for the UDF. It is remained around 27 to 28%. It was 27% in 2006, 26% in 2011, and 28% in 2016. The LDF is actually having a higher share of Yerba votes. So it was actually having 64 and 65% in 2006 and 11, and it dropped to 49% in 2016. Whereas the NDA it was just 6% and 7% in 2006 and 11. They increased the Yerba community vote share to 17%. So some vote shift has actually happened from the LDF to NDA community in 2016 for the Yerba community, and that is more or less flat for the UDF. Whereas for the Muslim community, they actually majorly voted for the UDF in the past elections. So 57% of Muslims voted for UDF in 2006. It improved to 65 in 2011. It slightly dipped to 58% in 2016. Whereas for the LDF it is 39% in 2006, it dropped to 32% in 2011 and increased again to 34% in 2016. And for the NDA they have very low percentage, 1% in 2006 and 11, it increased to just 3% in 2016. So that is the one reason why the NDA is not performing well in assembly elections in Kerala, because they are actually getting only 3% of Muslim votes who constitute around 40% of population in Kerala. If you compare the Christian population, they actually majorly voted for the UDF. So 67% of Christians voted for UDF in 2006 and 11. It dropped to 51% in 2016. Whereas for the LDF, it was 27% in 2006 and 11. It improved 35%. And for the NDA, exactly was to 1% in 2006 and 11. It dropped. It increased to 9%. So some votes that was actually the UDF was actually getting is moved to both LDF and the NDA. So that is also explains why the the UDF didn't win the last assembly elections, and possibly also on account of the fact that still it is only NDA is actually getting only 9% votes. So only the combining the Muslim and Christian votes, that is the reason why assembly elections NDA is not performing well and the LDF is performing well.